Hello and welcome to my channel Attila Tarot. In this tarot reading we will look at the near future or a little bit long-term future of the province of Ontario. What will happen in 2026, 2027, 2028, 29 and 2030. What are the main themes that we will kind of need to pay attention? So let's jump into it immediately with 2026. So the first card we have here is Disseminating Moon. Take time to breathe out. Now, this card is all about taking a pause, taking a little moment to actually think about, okay, what's been going on? Where am I going? What is that I want to achieve as well? Because when this card comes up, maybe things were chaotic, things were not easy, and this card is kind of emphasizing that the province needs to kind of take a step back and think about, okay, what's next? Let me know what you think about this, how things been for you, especially if you live in Ontario. I live in Ontario, so I can kind of feel that myself. The clarifier card is the Knight of Pentacles. So when you look at the Knight of Pentacles, this is a very, very slow moving energy. Because the Knight of Pentacles is all about planning for the future, making sure that everything is perfect, crossing all the T's, dotting all the I's as well. And because of it, there's not a lot of progress. And that's kind of something that the Knight of Pentacles needs to pay attention, because the success comes when he gets going. So there might be here a lot of planning in terms of what Ontario is doing, but not a lot of progress. A lot of planning for the future and making sure that all those plans are perfect. So I think Ontario needs to kind of focus on get started, get going with those plans. Because the plan can be perfect up to a certain degree, but you're gonna learn more as you go. Maybe there might be some communications as well connected to it. But all in all, this is actually a positive card, because this is the dark horse. This is the slow and steady wins the race type of energy as well. Can be connected to good agreements, to good reliable contracts as well that come in. And also the real estate market can be to a certain degree. But again, there's a very slow progress, and I kind of feel here that Ontario needs to get going as well. Yeah. But let's see the other clarifying card for for this year. What we have here is the Divine Couple. Okay, so prosper with your partner, family, business, love at work, share wealth, work together. Now, obviously, we're not talking about couples here, but I think what's really important here, couple of things. Partnerships might be extremely important for the future of Ontario. Agreements, partnerships. Family businesses as well, I think might be something that maybe Ontario need to kind of focus a little bit more as well, and collaborate, work together with the other provinces as well, or even outside of the province, like obviously with the US there's not a lot of things happening right now, but again there might be here prosperity through other kind of partnerships that Ontario needs to look into. Now let's see what can we expect for next year, 2027. Okay, so the next year what we have here is the full moon in Leo, which might be an important time to look at when it is happening. But the main message of this card is don't let pride get in your way. So pride is obviously overconfidence and to kind of pride in a sense of okay, let me kind of tell you what I'm sensing. I'm sensing here something connected to the US. obviously in the last few years, a lot of things went down. And obviously, I think Canada, on obviously Ontario as well, were hurt unlawfully, injustice to that in terms of what the President Trump's been doing. And I think what's really important here that I'm getting that we shouldn't focus on pride when it comes to that, when it comes to this collaboration with the US. Like that's kind of one of the main messages that I'm kind of getting here. And also 2028 will be practically the year, no, this is 2027, sorry. So 2027 is something that I think we shouldn't kind of be focusing on pride, but more to collaboration. The clarifier is the Nine of Pentacles, which actually a very, very positive card, especially when you look at it from the financial perspective. Because, you know, the Nine of Pentacles is all about independence, financial independence. It can be connected to businesses, family businesses that are prospering. And generally also this is a card that can symbolize the market in terms of the realtor market, the housing market. Sorry, that's what the word I was looking for. So definitely can be the housing market here that might be in the forefront as well. And generally, like this is a very good card in terms of buying and selling property. So I'm kind of getting that 2027 might be actually a good year for the housing market in Ontario. But let's see another clarifier. Okay, so what we have here is patience. Your work is rewarded. Steady going, plant your feet, unstoppable, great passion. So what's really important here when you look at this combination of cards, your work is rewarded. And that's practically behind the Nine of Pentacles as well. You're enjoying the fruits of your labor. So I think whatever Ontario's been putting in effort, slow and steady type of plans, we will see some results in 2027. Because you have here that your work is rewarded, kind of coming out twice. Steady going, plant your feet, unstoppable, right? And again, slow and steady as well. When you kind of look at these readings, you need to kind of focus on the recurring theme, the slow and steady, steady going, work is rewarded. So I think I'm kind of predicting 2027 will be a good year. Okay, so interesting. Because for 2028, we have another Leo energy. Confidence is key to success. New moon in Leo, right? For 2027, we had the full moon in Leo, and 2028, we have the new moon in Leo. So I think this confidence might be a recurring theme for Ontario, how to balance it, how to manage it, but also, like, you know, this is all about leadership, taking a lead as well in some shape or form. And I guess the Leo time might be important when the new moon will be in Leo. But let's see the clarifying energy. So what we have here is the Eight of Pentacles. When you look at the theme of the Eight of Pentacles, is all about hard work, putting a lot of effort into something. This is a card of internship when you are kind of learning something new. Okay, so there might be some topics about education as well that might be important. But also, like, you know, this is a card of repetitive cycles as well. So there might be here something that keeps coming back. But also, this perfectionist energy also comes back with this card. Because, you know, we talked here about with this Knight of Pentacles that, you know, he's perfectionist. And guess what? The Eight of Pentacles is perfectionist as well. Because, you know, he wants to make sure that all of those pentacles look the same. So again, this perfectionism might be a theme for Ontario to take a look at it, how to handle it. But also this can be connected to the labor market as well, because there's a lot of work that's attached to it. And what I really like in the Eight of Pentacles, that it brings the results, right? So the hard work that you're putting into something is coming. And especially that what we have here is the Nine of Pentacles as well. You can kind of see here there's a lot of energies that are focusing on economy, finances, labor market as well. The other clarifier that we have here is the Phoenix, rising from the ashes, new career, ambition, rebuild, inspire, spotlight, fire within. Now, this is a card that's very, very positive because it shows that Ontario is going to be on the rise like a phoenix, and there's going to be new jobs, there's going to be rebuilding of the economy, and I think all eyes going to be on Ontario. This is a card of realization as well, when you kind of realize what is that you want to do, what is the direction that you want to go to. So I think it's pretty positive so far, what I can kind of see, because you have here stability cards that are mainly showing up. But let's see what's going to be the final outcome of this reading. How will the decade end for Ontario? But before that, take a moment to like, share, subscribe, and hype. Let me know in the comments where you're watching from. Say hi. And what kind of changes you've seen in Ontario, and what are the changes that you would like to see as well. I'm very interested to hear your perspective. Okay, so 2029, what we have here is the new moon eclipse. Expect powerful change. Now, obviously, the moon eclipse season might be an important time when this card shows up, but this is a very, very positive and auspicious sign that some kind of a big change is coming. Something will be realized as well when this card shows up, and yeah, there's a very good change. Like, so Ontario is going to be on the brink of achieving something. Oh wow, what we have here is the World card. Beautiful energy, because the World is definitely about ending a chapter and ending it successfully, because this is a card of success, stepping up to the next level as well. And kind of looking at the symbolism, you can kind of see those lights are shining through, right? That's kind of very important, that I think Ontario is going to be in the spotlight in the year of 2029, because this is a card when you have everything, you learned a lot, you've been through, and you have here the learning card, right? You kind of been through a lot of experiences, and this success is definitely coming. This is a successful ending of some of a chapter. And also you can see here this wreath of success, the victory wreath. So I think this is a very, very positive sign for Ontario to achieve something successful in the year of 2029. Okay, so we also have the Lone Wolf. Strike out on your own, ambition, job hunting, work is play, wildcraft, conquer fear. What's really important is that, wolves are pathfinders. What I'm kind of finding here, that I think Ontario is going to find the path to success, and even on its own, but obviously looking into some kind of a fear might be also important. Now let's see the last year of the decade, 2030. Okay, so what we have here is the void of a cursed moon. Nothing will come of this situation. So we will need the clarifier card for this, because what this really means, that there are projects, there are certain things that won't lead anywhere, right? So, and the clarifier is the Seven of Pentacles. What we need to know about the Seven of Pentacles, that it connects to a lot of efforts, putting a lot of efforts into something that, you're kind of wondering, will this go anywhere? This can be projects, this can be the economy, but you can kind of see, and with the Seven of Pentacles, you're kind of at this fork of road where you're kind of wondering, okay, should I continue this way or should I go into a brand new direction? Now, the main card kind of says it clearly. Nothing will come of this situation. So I think we will see that there might be big projects, big questions that will be discussed in terms of whether they should be continued. But I think based on this, they need to be abandoned. We also have the fertile, hatching new plans, inception, creativity, reborn as well, source, nest egg, flourish as well. So obviously, hatching new plans, I think we will see that certain old plans in 2030 will be abandoned. But again, the fertile card is positive because it shows that, you know, there are resources. The nest egg is all about having the resources to start new plans for the province of Ontario. And also you need to kind of look at here some of the recurring themes: reborn, rebuild as well, right? Coming back to the light. I think those are very, very important. But I can kind of say, I think all in all, I don't think that it's going to be bad. This is a pretty good reading for Ontario. There's a lot of pentacles, a lot of success-related cards. I think it's more towards the end of 2030 when certain plans need to be reassessed. But I think it's a pretty good reading for the province of Ontario. Let me know what you think about it. What is the direction that you would like to see? And I hope that you enjoyed this reading and I'll be able to welcome you again.